evening, viewers, and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Career Chronicles, where we give you expert advice and also profile local figures who are making an impact. With me, Chris Kaukemwa, your host. Please stay tuned for this week's exciting episode. Welcome back, viewers, on another exciting episode of Career Chronicles, where we give you expert advice. Today, I'm joined by a lawyer. You know, guys, it's always been difficult to get a lawyer on the show. But I'm proud today that we have William here who will be telling us his journey. I hope you guys really take this one away, because I don't think we'll be having any lawyer anytime soon. But yeah, thank you very much for making up time and
thank you for having me, man.
Joining us on the show. Yeah, without wasting time, a good question I always want to ask lawyers is, wow, did you always see yourself in that space? It's difficult becoming a lawyer.
Yeah.
So walk us through that journey. How did you find yourself there?
No, man, I didn't always see myself as a lawyer.
Yeah.
In fact, I wanted to be a veterinary surgeon.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. I had a passion for, working with animals at the time when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think I had to be realistic with myself because, for lawyers, mathematics is always the problem. So
Yeah.
I already saw that I'll have a problem with that. So that's where I decided, you know what, I'm going to change. I'll rather do something else.
Yeah.
I think around, was it grade 10, 11, 12 there, I was in the company of lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have one lawyer before me. We had one lawyer, have one lawyer in my family. And being around him and his colleagues, there was that influence,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And that's where my interest started. There was like, this may be something I can do, I can pursue. And then fast forward, end of grade 12, I applied. I don't think I applied early. I think I applied late. I didn't get into law school at the University of Namibia. So I then, beginning of the year, I think in January, right after our grade 12, back then the grade 12 results, I don't know if it's still the same, but grade 12 results used to come out, I think beginning of January. Yeah. So after I got my results, I didn't get into the University of Namibia, the LLB program. I then decided to do a diploma, which is kind of like an extra turn you're taking to get to the end goal, but I mean, it's worth it. I then did a diploma in paralegal studies. It's also law, but it's very much of a basic entry-level type of thing. I did that from 2016, 2017, and 2018, mid-2018, that's where I finished. At the time, I was not sure whether I want to continue studying at the University of Namibia, but then I applied either way. I applied to UNAM. I also applied to various universities in South Africa. And then I got accepted into the Northwest University.
Oh, okay.
This is now for the LLB program. So I got accepted into Northwest Potchefstroom campus, where I then started with my LLB 2019, 2020, 21, 22. I finished in 2022, returned back to Namibia.
Yeah.
In 2023, I enrolled for the JTC, Justice Training Center program. This is now Lawyers in Training, where you do your articles.
Okay.
Attached to, like I said, we have the law background in the family, so it was easy for me to find attachment, also because that's something people really struggle with after law school. Did my attachment at where I still work currently. Yeah. Which is now Dentons Prokhorov. I did my attachment 2023. Went all the way up until, I think we wrote final board exams in November, December 2023. But during that year, I applied for a master's program at the University of Cape Town. Okay. I got accepted. So after completing the JTC program in 2023, I then started with the master's into January 2024. Oh. Did that. It's a one-year program, professional stream. I completed. It's the master's in minerals and petroleum extraction and use in Africa. So I completed that in 2024, graduated this year, in fact, earlier this year in April. And now all I do is be a lawyer, you know, every day. Yeah, that's the journey in short.
I think that's the best rundown I've ever got of a journey. But yeah, moving on, since you gave us that well rundown, I hope you give us a well rundown of the challenges in this in the courtroom and in the space as well. Maybe just a brief experience of the challenges you could give us and how to actually overcome them.
You know, the challenges for every lawyer. Or let me put it like this. You must understand that being a lawyer, you work with people's lives, people's companies, depending on the space you're in or the field you're operating in. So I think that already in itself makes it a very sensitive situation. You know? It's not an ordinary approach where I'm building a bridge like an engineer. It's, you know, you're dealing with a non-living object. You're dealing with people's lives, and that's a very sensitive thing. So I think that's the biggest challenge, is just to understand the how critical the situation may be. But obviously, with the more you are in practice, the more you experience, the better you get at it, the better you understand people, the interactions with them, with your clients also, because, you know, things can get heated also. You understand the interaction with your colleagues, other lawyers, your colleagues. If you're in the criminal space, your colleagues being prosecutors. If you're the judges, the magistrates, you know, you understand those human relationships better the more you practice.
Absolutely.
But I guess that's the starting point, and then obviously another challenge would also be what I can think of, like I said earlier on. For someone coming fresh out of law school, it's a hassle to get attachment, to get a firm where you can do your articles and do your hours, you know. And also just in fact, before we even get to practice, just getting through law school, my brother, is very difficult. There's a lot of work. And the weird part about law school is, or not weird rather, but funny, it's that amount of work doesn't end in law school. Once you are done, once you graduate, once you get admitted in the High Court, you then
mass of work ahead
the
of
work
you.
is there, the work remains there, it even becomes more, you know. Especially when you become admitted, because I was admitted last year, 2024, in September. I was admitted in the High Court. I could immediately see the change in responsibility and the amount of work that you get. So that's the challenge also, for not just someone practicing law, but as a law student, and also someone after graduation, after coming out of law school. That can also be a challenge. And then just also the amount of work, I guess that's also a challenge in itself. You know, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of preparation, hours and hours that you spend on cases and things instructions that you work on. You know, so that is also a major challenge, and it's not, unfortunately, it's not for someone that's lazy. It's not for a lazy lawyer. You can't be a lazy lawyer. You'll always be the average lawyer if you're a lazy lawyer. You know? Lawyers, you need to put in the work, you need to put in the time, you know. So that's what I can think of.
Basically the challenges. Moving on, William, can you also tell us, you know, you kept on mentioning that some processes involved, including that you have to write articles, if I'm not mistaken, but can you perhaps just break that down to us? What does it mean?
It's called articles, right? But it's not like writing something. So after you graduate, you enroll with under our Ministry of Justice. They have the JTC program called JTC, Justice Training Center. So you enroll with them. And then this thing is it has two sides, the practical and then the theoretical. So for the theoretical, you literally attend class again. They do it at UNAM. The office is there also at the University of Namibia. So after you register beginning of the year, January, you start with classes. You do one module a week, and I think you have like 11 or 12 modules. You do one a week. So classes go on for like 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. You attend class,
Mm-hmm.
and classes start at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so like I said, it's two sides. So
Mhm.
you attend class and then you also work. You must be attached at a law firm under a already practicing and an admitted lawyer.
Yeah.
So you get attachment, you sign an attachment contract with that lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you work under that lawyer. So basically your instructions comes from that lawyer. They tell you what to do. It's like training.
Yeah, yeah,
You
it's
know,
basically
it's
training.
the basic training.
Mm-hmm.
And you need a minimum of 600 hours
Mm-hmm.
for you to complete the
Mhm.
practical side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to pass the exams
Mhm.
for the theory part. So after you attend class,
Mm-hmm.
you write your first set of exams, which is called your midterm exams,
Mm-hmm.
midterm board exams. And
Mhm.
then after that, towards the end, or like probably like a month or 2 months afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
you write your final board exams.
Yeah.
And you unfortunately need to pass all those exams for you to then obtain the theory part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you've passed the exams,
Mm-hmm.
you then apply to the board
Mm-hmm.
for your certificates, which is your theory certificate and
Mhm.
your practical certificate. Theory, obviously, you need to show them your marks. You need to show them
Yeah.
that you passed the exam. So the practical side, you submit a diary
Yeah.
where that your principal, the person you work under, the lawyer
Yeah.
you work under, is called your principal. Where
Mhm.
your principal signs off,
Mm-hmm.
and then you submit that as well. So
Oh.
you get your certificates, and then you start with your application to the High Court.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've done your application, you appear in court.
Mm-hmm.
After that, then
Yeah.
you are a fully practicing legal practitioner, and then what
Officially,
they call a
lawyer.
admitted legal practitioner of
Oh.
the High Court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So moving on, there's-
Sorry,
Yeah.
just to differentiate between the two.
Yeah.
Someone after admission,
Yeah.
that's where you can start appearing in the High Court and the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
Before admission, you can only appear in the Magistrate Court,
Oh.
the lower courts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's a very important information you are sharing
Yeah.
with
It's-
us here.
And it's a very important
Mhm.
step to take in your professional career if you're in the legal field,
Yeah.
because even though you want to go work in
Mhm.
corporate or whatever, these days all companies ask for that.
Yeah.
You'll see when on their requirements they have it, you must be admitted. You
Mhm.
must be an admitted practitioner. So it's
Yeah.
very important. I always say it's something
Mm-hmm.
you rather have and not need, as
Mhm.
opposed to need it and you don't have it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm.
So it's a very important thing to do, definitely.
Yeah, moving on again, can you also perhaps tell us what advice would you give to someone who is in this space now? It's in school, maybe
Yeah.
thinking back in your high school days.
Yeah.
And, you were thinking, I think you were fortunate enough that you were inspired by someone who was close.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about someone who is coming from a needy background, and now they have to support
Yeah.
themselves and motivate themselves to usually
Yeah.
become a lawyer. So maybe just some motivation.
Yeah, I mean, the journey was the same for me also. It's
Yeah.
not like I was spoon-fed.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
definitely, I had to be disciplined. I had to put in the work. I had to,
Yeah.
do whatever is needed from me.
Mm-hmm.
But advice that I would give
Mm.
to, let's say, a high school kid,
Yeah.
put in the work. Start
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
You must be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
Do what is required from you.
Mm.
So once you bring that aspect, the rest will follow.
Yeah.
Finances and stuff is always the last one.
Mm.
So once you show that you are committed, you can do the work.
Mm-hmm.
You show your abilities and capabilities.
Yeah.
Whatever is needed, like finances and stuff, that will definitely follow you.
Yeah.
So that is one. You
Mhm.
need you can't just want something. You
Mhm.
can't just sit there idle and say, I want to become a lawyer,
Yeah.
but you're not taking the steps towards becoming a lawyer. You
Yeah.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
So put in the work.
Mhm.
Definitely, put in the hours,
Mm-hmm.
study, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's the start. And then once you then eventually reach the stages of varsity and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
take your time
Yeah.
in figuring out. Also within high school, if you haven't figured out what you want to do,
Take your time.
take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Do not rush into something. Do not feel pressured. Even if you are in law school currently,
Mm-hmm.
take your time to figure out what it is that you really want to specialize in. In fact, figure out whether you want to specialize in something,
Mhm.
that it
Yeah.
you have all the time in the world. The field is so broad. There's so many things you can do. In fact, even be a lawyer in the media space, you can do that as well. But you need to take your time, understand the field, understand what is available, what you can do, figure out your interest, what excites you, you know, all of that.
Yeah.
And then you make a decision. So don't rush the process, but also don't be lazy. Don't sit back and say, I'm going to figure this out someday. You know? No, put in the work, try out things, you know, get the experience you need, talk to people, engage, and then you eventually find your feet.
Yeah. Lastly, William, is you know, people always say that if you want to become a lawyer, then you have to be outspoken.
Yeah.
But it's not a thing I see nowadays. It's not all lawyers are outspoken. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, it's being outspoken lawyer is a benefit for any lawyer. I mean, like I said, I also still do a little bit of court here and there, but my work is mostly on a computer. It's mostly because I deal with like international clients and stuff. So it's emails, and drafting papers and contracts and reading, and that's my work in the corporate space, right? So I would not say, okay, but for someone who still litigates, someone who's interested in being in court and stuff, you need to be an outspoken lawyer. You can't want to be a litigant and then you are shy or you're quiet or whatever. You need to be able to engage with people verbally. You need to express yourself. You know, put your point across. Otherwise, it won't work for you. Yeah. But to be an outspoken, the long and short of it, is it necessary to be outspoken? Is it that much of a requirement? No. Yeah. It just depends on what space you find yourself in. Yeah. Like I said, if you're a corporate lawyer or company, whatever, you know, your work is set up in a way that you don't really always engage with people. Here and there you'll engage with people. But it's not like a constant, you know. It's more paper based, more on your computer, things like that. And obviously you'll engage your colleagues. Yeah. Okay. But I guess that's chilled. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. It was an interesting conversation. Yeah. We share learners and students. I hope someone will listen to this and you know, just maybe take away a few. I think you broke everything down to us very well. And yeah, thank you very much, and I hope to see you some good day. Yeah, I hope we see each other on a good note. You know? You don't always need a lawyer when you're in trouble. We must also see lawyers when it's for something positive. Yeah. So thank you, very much actually. That was it, viewers. That was William sharing his journey with us, and I hope you took a few things from his journey.
Welcome to Roof of Africa, a beautiful facilities having varieties of food and as well as conference facilities. We are catered in creating events for large groups and creating also memories for individuals. We host events, we have conference rooms, and we also have accommodation for people who would like to stay with us or dine for the evening. My name is Saya Sasa. Welcome to Roof of Africa. Our place is a very well-crafted design in a traditional manner. So we do not only talk about the aesthetics, but we are talking about the food as well. Our food and drinks are very welcoming and they're prepared with love. Our special dish is called the buffet. Normally, we serve the buffet in 3 courses, which is inclusive, starters, main course, and dessert at an affordable price. Our unique speeches is our services. We are very, very affordable in when it comes to events, accommodation wise, and we know how to cater people according to their likes. Our crafted beers and our tanks have the best brewed beers tanks that we have here in Roof of Africa. We have variety of beers that we brew. So that is the most fun activity that we can highly recommend as we create these beers from our own ground. Generally, our staff are well acquainted about the place, and therefore you're welcome to speak to anybody and they will guide you according to what you want to see. I think you don't have to have a second guess. It's always good to experience new stuff and also get acquainted to new knowledge. Um, so I'll recommend you to come and visit our place because of our affordable prices, our unique stuff, and as well as our foods and drink accommodation is always on point. Okay, the good news is we have our own security company that runs to protect our facility. It's owned by a German individual, and he's the one that is prioritized to guard our place. And plus, we also have camera installations if perhaps we have to review all incidents that have happened in the past. Okay, so we have three types of rooms that we sell. We have standard, deluxe, and luxury. Our cheapest offer is 1,195 for one person. For two individuals, it's 1,882.17 cents, and the prices increase as you increase per room. And our food that is mostly affordable, highly recommended, is the buffet. The buffet is 289 per person, and the drinks menu is also available at a very affordable pricing. We have a venue that is highly recommended for such events. It's also our branch, and our new branch is Le Roof. Mostly, Roof of Africa is used for reservation. However, Le Roof can cater for artistic events. Most importantly, we want them to live with memories. We want them to live with a peace of mind of always wanting to come back to Roof of Africa and also recommending their friends or families.
Looking for your next favorite show? Tune in and dive into the action, the flavor, and the stories that move you. Get moving with Flicks, where fitness meets fun. For the little adventures, it's active kids, energy, games, and endless excitement. And if you're hungry for ideas, What's Cooking serves up delicious recipes and kitchen tips you can't miss. Dreaming of your future? Career Chronicles brings inspiring stories from professionals shaping tomorrow. En vir die yongstes wat nuuskierig is, Blitsfokus bring jou vinnige, vars nuus en stories net daar waar dit gebeur. For the youth, by the youth, Generation C connects, inspires and entertains. Don't forget to start your mornings right with Smell the Coffee, laughter, conversation and your daily dose of motivation. Do make sure to catch the latest entertainment news with chill, culture, lifestyle, and stories from your community. And don't miss Sports Wrap, all the highlights, analysis, and unforgettable moments from the world of sports. Your favorite shows, your favorite stories, all in one place. Don't miss out. This is My Zone TV.
Well, there you have it, viewers. That was it from this week's exciting episode with me, Chris Kaukema. Please stay tuned for next week's episode of Career Chronicles, where we give you expert advice and also profile local figures who are making an impact. From me, your host, it's bye-bye.